What is going on? It has been so long since I've been talking to you guys. Um, Gen Z Trucking here. If you're new to the channel, just a 23-year-old dude with a truck and trailer, paid off, trying to haul freight in the U.S. and make it happen. So yeah, some weeks it happens, some weeks it doesn't. Some weeks you're the hammer, some weeks you're the nail. Some days you're the hammer, some days you're the nail. I sure felt like the nail about every dang week, or every dang day of this week. It's currently April 5th on a Friday. I haven't recorded since Monday, maybe. I'm an owner-operator with just whatever I can find or any relationships I've made. This week, I did not use almost any relationships that I've made. It's been almost exclusively just, you know, like spot freight. Stuff you if you were in the area, you could have booked. So, yeah, I just want to talk about it, and I had like a really lucky and unlucky week at the same time. So on Monday, I did 2 round trips. It was 50-mile drive from Evansville over, and 50-mile drive back once I was done. But while I was in the area, it was in Kentucky, about an hour away. I did 2 short runs, $300 each, full load of aluminum. That's the kind of load I want to use my project trailer on, if you want to check out those videos. But that's pretty much purpose built, like what that trailer will be used for. And so, yeah, Monday, $600 and 150 miles, because it was like 15 miles each way, and I did it twice, so 150 miles. And Tuesday, midday, I went and got loaded on a load going to Verona, Virginia. Like 630 miles, paying $27.50. So that was obviously, it was from home area, so no real deadhead, a few miles of deadhead, and then 630 miles ish. I don't remember the exact, and I paid $27.50. That was a crazy good rate. I mean, it was like, I thought it was going to be a scam load or something, but it was just because they just really, for whatever reason, needed it moved, and they needed it picked up right then, and they needed it ran to Virginia by the morning. And here comes me. I'll do it, you know. My mouth is like, oh, I'll do anything, and my body later is like, what's wrong with you? Anyway, so yeah, took off on that. I got to Virginia at like 6 a.m., I want to say, and then was looking for loads the next morning when I got empty at like 9, something like that. And later in the afternoon, because I was sitting there sleeping, obviously, sleeping, but also looking for loads because I got to work too. I was like, man, there's no good rates coming back. It's all just junk. It's like $1 or something a mile. But then I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure everywhere in the East Coast it's going to be junk. So I wonder if I can do some work over here, going back and forth or something, and then shoot down later. And that's exactly what I did. So I booked a load that day, picking up in the evening, or whenever my reset was over, is when I left, because they're like, give us an appointment time you can do. And so it was Coors in Elkton, Virginia. Got a load of beer, and they didn't take too long there, but I had to wait for my other part of the 7-3 split for my hours. That one paid $1,100, so maybe 20 miles to Deadhead, $1,100 to go 340 miles up north to Union, New Jersey. So if you're keeping up, $27.50 plus 600, 2750 plus 600 plus that was 1100. So at that point we were at 4400 for the week, 4450. On the Virginia load, I did use about $60 worth of tolls. So take that out of that. Call it 2700 or 2690. Then back to the beer load. Got loaded with the beer load and went on north to Union. Got there in the evening, like late, like maybe like midnight or something like that. Can't remember. And then the next morning I got unloaded real quick and was looking for loads. No. I actually already had one because when I was stopped at one point, I booked a load going from near Union, New Jersey, maybe 5 miles away, going to Louisville, Kentucky. And then the next morning, got unloaded, head over there because the appointment was for noon. And they're like, it's canceled. So I'm like, of course it is. And so then I'm sitting there looking for loads, and all I can find is one picking up the next day, Friday. And I'm like, okay, well, it's going to Louisville too. Basically, same area, 2 miles away or something. And so I booked that one, and he's like, it's an 8 a.m. pickup on Friday, 11 p.m. delivery. If you're a trucker, you should know that doesn't work. It's like 740 miles. 720 is what the Raycon said. But dude, even, holy crap. Guy's peeling out of here. I know what that was about, but so it doesn't work. So I get there yesterday, and I'm like, hey, I know I don't load till tomorrow. Is there any chance you could load me today? And they're like, well, let me look. No, not really. It's not ready yet. They haven't even picked it yet. Blah, blah, blah. So I just go outside and I start getting comfy because I'm like, I gotta wait. You gotta wait 12 hours or whatever, 14 hours. And so then I'm out there, and they had taken my number, and they texted me, hey, yeah, we can't do it. I'm like, all right. About an hour later, though, they call me. Hey, are you looking for that? Are you waiting to get loaded to go to Louisville? I'm like, yeah. They're like, okay, door 77. So I go get on the door. 45 minutes later, I'm loaded. And then I think I had to wait a little bit for my hours or something, but then I left. But I had basically been awake for most of the day. But I had at that point like 10 hours of drive time left on my clock from whatever split. So then I'm like, dang it, I gotta put as many miles down as I can, but I'm not gonna try to get all the way to Louisville or something. I wouldn't have the hours anyway. But anyway, so I got to like Idlevale, something, Virginia or West Virginia this morning at like 5 a.m. Got there at 5 a.m. So just shortly before the sun came up. And then the next morning I woke up. Well, next morning. Today at 2, I woke up. Yeah, I've been weird all day. I've felt so weird. Because I feel like I've just started my day. It's currently 9, and I'm like, I feel like I just got up like 5 hours ago. Which I kind of did. Anyway, so drove here and got here, checked in, went and parked. This is the Kroger in Louisville, so you probably know the place. And so then from there, I'll just deadhead home, 120 miles. But anyway, this one paid $1,100 too. So all that to be said, plus 1,100, $55.50 if I did my math right. $55.50, and yeah, dude, I'm just roasted tired. About 2,000 miles, so save about 50 cents per mile. 11, include DEF, about $1,100 on fuel. So 5,500 divided by 1,100, or minus 1,100, so it's $4,450. Minus, I spent the $60 on tolls, plus a $25 toll on the way home. So that was $43.65 post fuel, post tolls. And then if you want to take out $1,000 for maintenance, my truck's paid off, but I'll soon start kind of saving money for a truck upgrade. But yeah, I mean, it just took like a freaking seemingly 90-hour week to make $4,000. Comment down below what kind of problems you've been having with trucking or what you think. And yeah, I'll be starting to record again. So if you're missing that, then you'll get it. If you weren't missing it, you thought it sucked, why are you watching? Catch you on the next one.